Hello, everyone. I'm Lori with Behavior Education at Spirit Keeper Animal Sanctuary. Today is Friday, August 1st, 2025. Welcome to this behavior break where we're going to discuss how to recognize cognitive engagement in our animals. First, let's talk some terms. We're going to hear words today like valence and affect. Valence is the emotional direction or the flavor of an experience. Is it positive or negative? Positive experiences would be rewarding, pleasant, attractive, or reinforcing for your animal, and negative experiences would be aversive, unpleasant, punishing, or repelling to your animal. So whether an experience feels good, positive valence, or bad, negative valence to an animal is what we mean here. Affect, on the other hand, encompasses valence, but it also includes arousal. So the energy level that your animal is experiencing in relation to their engagement. Is it high energy? Is it low energy? Is it somewhere in between? And their overall emotional expression. So affect is an animal's overall emotional experience, and their expression of that emotion is the observable behavior that we are able to see that tells us, I think my animal is positively engaging with this object or with this experience or with their environment right now. Keep in mind the term cognitive engagement in this context means goal-directed mental interaction with the environment. It's really important to distinguish distress-based activities like stereotypies, escape and avoidance behavior, and maladaptive behaviors from engagement in the context of this discussion, which should be positive engagement with the environment. So signs that an animal is experiencing positive emotional valence when engaging with the environment are things like directed attention to novelty. In a snake, that might look like tongue flicking. In a tortoise, it might look like an outstretched neck. A dog might sniff something. Movement towards stimuli and not escape. Animals move towards things they like and are not afraid of, and they're going to move away from things that they dislike or they find are scary to them. We're going to look for exploration. It might look like climbing, burrowing, swimming, investigating, digging. It depends on the species of animal, but exploratory behaviors. How about problem solving, manipulating the environment, navigating complex spaces? We're also going to look for repeated voluntary interaction with objects or spaces in a manner that reflects curiosity, comfort, goal-directed behavior, or general engagement, and not a distressed animal trying to make escape attempts or engaging in compulsive repetition. We're going to look for return to baseline following engagement, and then we're going to look for voluntarily repeating experiences at later times. So we can't just judge the whole experience and how our animal feels about it based on in the moment, it looked like okay. It looked like the animal liked it. It looked like it was tolerating. It looked like it was engaging. But then if the animal starts to hide more, engage less in general, not want to come out of their yard or their corral or their habitat or cage or enclosure, that might tell us that those previous experiences weren't as positive for them as we thought. So we want to look at what their behavior is following these experiences. Do they return to baseline? And do they voluntarily choose to repeat these experiences later on? Not all repetition is positive, and context matters. So why does cognitive engagement even matter in the first place? Because it promotes mental and physical exercise. It gets the body moving and the brain working. It allows us as keepers to assess general health and behavior. And in the absence of distress or coercion, behaviors like actively exploring, solving problems, voluntarily returning to an experience can all indicate positive emotional valence and psychological well-being. And there are tons of recent advancements in animal welfare science that continue to validate this and tell us how important it is that we make sure our animals are engaging cognitively with their environment in a way that has positive emotional valence for them. Here are some references if you'd like to read more about this. And until next time, everybody, please remember to always be kind and love your animals.